So in this session, we'll continue the previous topic only. Yes. So I have demonstrated elementary search help and elementary search help 1. First search help was only first demonstration is for what? To provide F4 for employee number field only. But now here, what happens? We have extended this. Okay, we have extended the second demonstration. In case of second demonstration, yes, if you want to write prerequisites are over, then only we have done the this particular steps. If you want to write it, I can just copy paste and extend the stuff because it is yesterday's extension only. Because steps only can be extended. Rest of the test criteria, attachment, and all you know that. See, this is the same thing. You have to go to the search help name created. Yes. So now, yes, under parameter table control, choose the employee number. Yes. Provide L position. Yes. L position as 1 and S position as 1. S position as 1. This is one thing. Right. Next. That is not sufficient. Now you have to next specify another search help parameter, as employee name also. Okay. Yes. Next, notice that data element came automatically. That is there. So same, because for your clarity sake, notice that table field corresponding hmm, corresponding data element proposed, okay, proposed by the system. Yes, automatically. Right. Next, you have to, yes, what you have to do is, yes, activate, because I am writing activate means check. Okay, a tick mark in general English we call it. Technically speaking, activate import checkbox and export checkbox. That is by default it was not activated. Now you have to activate both. Now the extension is specify L position, L capital, P capital, OS small as 2 now, and S position value as 2 now. This is important. It is single. It is 1 and 1. This is 2 and it's that's all. Finally, save as local object. Check and activate it. That is only the steps. Now you can go and attach it also. Okay, attach to the table field, attach to the data element, both possible. This is the additional discussion. But now with this, now yes, you got the overall clarity, right? But now I will try to give the theory, search help theory. This search help name can be up to this much length. A search help name and all. Yes, we will try to see these particular options also. Right. So the first step begins like this. What is the data collection? Yes. Demonstration is completed. We are going to discuss the yes. What is today's demo is search help. Okay, search help options. Okay, we are going to discuss search help options in 85 session. Yes, all options, other options we are going to explore it here. Yes. Okay, first of all, under search help we have a data collection. What is the meaning of data collection here? Under data collection we have a selection method. The selection method, section. Yes. Okay, we have to provide selection method. What is the selection method here? Selection method can be selection method can be a database table field. Okay, database table. That is the active database table. The table is with active status. Yes. Okay, table. You can use the table. So that this is table is allowed here. Second, it could be it could be a database view also. View should be exist with active status. Okay. Yes, database view also you can use it here. Next, it could be a projection view also with active status. Yes, and it could be can be help view also. Yes. But you have to immediately observe that what is missing, maintenance view is missing. Maintenance view cannot be used as a selection method of the search help. Data collection, collecting data by using the selection criteria. Selection means select query. Indirectly, system generating selection, data selection from the database. So we are getting. Suppose what exactly this four only allowed here completely. So you have to see at this operand position. That means at this selection method, you are allowed to choose what? A tables or views. In this views, again, which views except maintenance views? Yes, except maintenance views. If you extend it, yes, here is maintenance views are grayed out. You have to, because whatever the theory, you have to each and every option you have to explore it. Database view you can type it here. Help view you can type it here. Projection view you can type. Maintenance view is not allowed. But there is a one more is there. What is that? CDS entity is also can be used. Yes, because we have, yes, this is recently after HANA, such CDS entities. So CDS entity is also is allowed here. Okay, that's also we will write it. It could be core data services entity is allowed here. So first, if you consider a table, what is the meaning of table means? Yes, table, yes, only, okay, only single table, single database table fields, okay, yes, are allowed, yes. But now if you go to the database view means, yes, what is the database view? Fields from more than one more than one related database tables. Okay, fields from more than one related database tables. Right. Next, if we use projection view, what is the meaning of projection view? Fields from single database table. That too, it is not all fields. That is restricted fields because the difference between the first table versus projection view is in the table you can use all fields. Table all fields you can use it, but here only restricted fields from the single table. That is the difference. That is while collecting data or selecting data, you can use single table or two table fields or restricted single table fields. Then go to the, yes, here it is with inner join result. In this single table, we don't write join here because that acts like a self join, joining to the self table. But this is help view is nothing but fields from more than one related database tables with left hyphen outer join, left the join. Okay. Yes, this is about CDS entity. I have not used this. We will explore it later. How CDS view can be used for, because we after introducing CDS, we'll come back and discuss this. So this is your fundamentally first topic, selection method, right? Text table. So if any original table and corresponding text table, text table is not there for everything. Few tables only have text. That text table can be used here. Right. Next, we will come to the dialogue type behavior and all later. We have to primarily focus on this below section. The search help parameter. So what exactly the search help parameter is? Yes, search help parameter name. Search help parameter name and the database table field name must be same. This is one of the rule actually. Suppose I will discuss example. Assume that I entered a table here, a database table, active table. You will get in the search help parameters F4 list, you will get all the whatever. See, this EMP master is having these many 18 fields, 18 entries. 18 entries are coming from this, right? One key and the remaining non-keys. ME and DT is excluded here. Even if you go to the department master, you will get some 4 fields here. That is, this list is again dependent on the selection. Got it? Suppose if I use the database view here, AVK view, if you want to type it, what happened? Immediately in this F4 help, values will change. Whatever the DB view fields only, you will get it. Even if you use projection view means single table, restricted fields only, you can use it. If you use help view, suppose, help view means left outer join, 2 table fields, you will get it. So now the search help parameters list is dependent on selection method, selection method. That is the conclude statement. Okay. Yes. And moreover, I have not typed this. I just chosen, yes. The table field name is employee number, search help parameter name also employee number. It's a table field name is employee EMP name, search help parameter name also EMP name. That should be same. That is another rule. Right. Now, so the search help parameter plays important role here. Search help parameters, okay, must be from the selection method. What is there in the selection method? These things 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you use, that is, search help parameters are dependent on which selection method you used above to below connection. Yes. Next, search help parameter F4 help will get all the get will display all the fields of selection method. Correct? This is again observation. According to your selection method changes, it will impact this F4 help automatically will get affected. Okay, done. This is your basic definition. Then we have to go to the, yes, search help parameter. Since it is from the table field, you will get the data element automatically. Data element name automatically. Next, what is the meaning of this import and export? These things also you have to aware of that. Yes. So, yes, if you want to understand this import export options, I am going to show you this one this total picture through only. I will try to explain. You cannot understand normal way. So, first of all, we have to understand architecture dimension through only. I always take. Suppose if you go to the this is your mm, like your EMP master, correct? Yes, this is like a kind of employee master table, EMP master table, EMP master table. Like we have two fields that is nothing but employee number and the employee name, right? Employee number and employee name. So in general, you are not getting the this particular search help. So now what happens if I go to the create entries? Let us think of create entries. Utilities, table contents, create entry. So at the right side, I will write the create entry screen here. So in the create entry screen, mm, here you have obviously the left side labels as employee number and right side in input fields, correct? Label and input field, technically speaking. So this is your employee number, this is character 4 or num4. This is your employee name. Since it is a lengthy field, it's like character 20. Yes, this is the one. Got it? Yes. Now, employee number and the name. So two things. You okay? Don't misunderstand why this color came again. We want to go with the number color because this is number and as well as this is going to be name. So our requirement is in general these fields. Yesterday started with demo. There is no default F4 help. Correct. I want to provide F4 help for number and name. Particularly, we will talking on name field because name field means when you choose name, you want number and name to be popular. You can go with assign to the anyone because you can assign to number also, you can assign to name also because two fields are involved. So there is no automatic F4 help here. Now, time being, we'll go to the database level. Architecture. This is the database, isn't it? In this database, okay, we have a table called as EMP master. Yes, in this EMP master, yes, this is your EMP master table. So ZAVK underscore EMP master table with structure and data is now. Yes, this table stores the data like this. Titles, uh, titles and the data also. Employee number and employee name. I am excluding the MANDT time being. Okay, this is your 001. This is 002. Okay, so 1, 2. Just I am writing two entries only because less space here. Right. Now, what is your requirement basically? The data is resides in the tables. When a user click on employee number field or name field, I am expecting all the existing employee numbers and name to be populated in that F4 help. Yes. So that it is user can refer it, user can go through it, user can choose a value or user can enter a value. That is benefit to simplify the user's role, user's task, user's job. Correct? Yes. This is what our search help procedure. Yes. But now, yes, search help, particularly which search help? This is elementary, elementary search help demo. So there is, yeah, for number or name field, you are not getting the F4 help by default. Yes or no? You are not getting default. So how do you get it? That's the by default means SAP is not providing by default. At that time, we have to plan it. The requirement is we want F4 help for this. So how do you get it? That's the reason we went to SC11. SC11, we have created one elementary search help here. This search help name is this ZAVK underscore elementary search help 1. Under that I am using the table name as AVK underscore EMP master as what? As a EMP master as a selection method. As a selection method. Yes. Correct? As a selection method. Now, we will write the search help parameters box now here. Under this, because only two things only I introduced. One is selection method and the bottom is this. This is your actually SC11 flow. In SC11, we have, yes, we can understand this way. Yes, a little bit. There are rows and columns. Here, rows. Try to understand this. Titles. First one is parameter name. That is your search help parameter name. Yes, still here I will write it. Search help parameter. Then this is your import. This is your export. And after import export, this is your L position. This is your S position. Then modification of the data element, etc. And the default values and so on. So now, yes, if you try to go to this, what is this? Search help parameter. This is the first option. After search help parameter, you have import checkbox, then export checkbox, then LPOS, then capital SPOS, then a modified data element, and the data element followed by you have some default values also. Default values are also there that I have, yes, it is there at the last. Default values we are not covering right now. Yes, this is the there M for modification default value, right? So now we will go to first search help parameter name. So I took employee master, then my first search help parameter name going to be my search help parameter name going to be employee number. Employee number. When you take employee number, yes, this is your, yes, it is employee number, and this is going to be employee name. Two things. Okay. Now this checkbox to be, because there is no that, I'm just writing tick mark like this. Okay, you just write activate, import and export checkbox. Checkboxes are activated this way. Then go to the L position. So this is L position 1 and 1 I have given. This is 1, L position 1 list position. This is list position 2. Then go to the search position for employee number is 1 and employee name is 2. And the data element, we no need to write it or type it here. That is proposed by the system automatically by the same data element. Yes, say whatever is there in the table level. Correct? This is what. So now what happens? Let us go for save, check and activate this selection method. Assume that it is going to this search help. This search help is created, activated in S11. It is going to attach to the table field level. Table field employee name level, employee name or number level, anyone you can try out. So after that, you are getting the values over here. As a result, what happens? You are getting this F4 help, correct? This F4 help field for employee name, correct? When user click on function key F4, when user click on function key F4, yes, you are getting, so this is your caps F4 key. Okay, when you press F4 key, yes, function key, you are getting the values in the list. So this is a list. In this list, yes, here you are getting, this is, we are calling it as a list. In this list, we have two things. That is employee number first, employee name next. Okay, yes, two things, number and a name. So whatever the data is there, this data is going to display here. That is database table data only. I am going to write it so that you can match. Yes, this is your first record. As of now, two records only is there in this screen. Yes, at any point of time, you can match this. Done? Right. This is what the result of F4, correct? Yes. But how these values are coming? Yes. Okay, how these values are coming. So first of all, in search help parameter, we have added employee number and name. That is the reason in the F4 you are getting employee number and name. In previous demo, only I added number, you are getting number. And then yes. So first observation, we will write it. All search help parameters, yes. All search help parameters, parameters 1, 2, 3 will be displayed in F4, yes, F4 list, F4 list of F4 list, where you can check, that is, you can check it out at table, table field, create entry screen, create entry screen, then when user press F4 key, you will find this particular values, right? F4 values, you will find it here. That is when actually what is happening. Now you try to understand. When user press F4 key, the moment internally what happens is that this is the employee name. How you got F4 help? Because this F4 help is attached at a table field level or data element level. As a result, you are getting this F4. Right. Now, first system goes to this, which search help is attached, it will check. Then it will go to the search help. In the search help, yes, which fields are there? Oh, number and name. That's why number and name. So what happens? First, when you say import, import checkbox is automatically checked. Import, okay. Import and export. Both are checked. What is the meaning of import is? Okay, system, yes, system imports all the search help parameters, parameters, entries, entries means records from the database table, from the respective database table, database table, and populate into F4 list or hit list. Okay, or hit list. So that is the initial understanding of this import. So we have activated the import of employee number. So what happens? This I'm going to write in a different color for you, make you to understand. Import employee number. So it goes to the employee number in the table, and the table employee number is this, right? So in employee number, these values will be imported, and it is going to display to the, it is going to display to so and so table first position, right? Second, employee name. Employee name is also, you will get it. Yes, it is import the employee name, import the employee name, and it is going to appear at the second position, employee name. Yes, this is what happening. Yes, incoming values. Actually, original values are stored in the table. So the table values only is going to reflect on this F4 help. That is as of now 2 entries. But tomorrow there are 5 entries or 10 entries. The moment when you press F4, at that time it will go to the search help fields involved, all the fields, values gets imported and populated in this list automatically. You have to understand importing value. Okay, clear? Then go to the export. What is the meaning of export? User can refer, user can refer this F4 values. User can choose Kiran record support. Place the cursor on Kiran and continue. So that these values will export from this hit list to the screen field. Hit list to screen field. Either you place the cursor on here, double click OK, otherwise place the cursor on here and continue button also OK. So we are going to export the user chosen values, user selected values, user selected row information from hit list to screen field. Okay. So you have to understand that this is a, what is this? It is a screen actually, right? This is the entry screen, user entry screen, correct? And what exactly this one? This one you have to write it as a, yes, it is called as a F4 list or hit list. Okay, yes, right. Now, when you go for this, you have selected the 12 current record. So 12 is going to export to the employee number, and Kiran is going to display on this particular list. This is the result you will finally get, which value 0012 here, 0012 here, and this is your here and here. Kiran, yeah, okay, because it could be fine. So, just you try to understand it. Okay, that is the input field field like this. Okay, this is the value of Kiran, right? Okay, so how you got this values is see table 2. It's not like table 2 screen field. First, user selected row information only. Finally, we got it into this F4. So that's what the export explanation. So why the export checkbox is checked? Because yes, exports system exports all the search help parameters, parameter values from the hit list to screen fields. That is, yes, export means yes, like exports, exporting user selected row information, row information record, okay, row information or record information, okay, to mm, to screen fields. That is the meaning of exporting. So why we have activated importing checkbox to import the values from database, employee number and name. Why we activated export checkbox is export the values from screen field, this hit list to screen fields. This is one meaning. Then next we have L position and S position. What is LPOS? LPOS is nothing but L capital P capital. LPOS is list position of the current parameter, that is current search help parameter, search help parameter in the hit list, that is search help parameter position in the hit list. Okay, list position is nothing but current search help parameter position in the hit list, in the hit list. Suppose I have specified one for employee number. This is the hit list. In hit list, we have column by column. Your first column is employee number, second column is employee name. Yes or no? This is a list. So when we say one for employee number, number will appear here. Two for name, so two will appear after one. If I reverse it, if I reverse the list position, two for number, one for name, suppose, what will happen as a result? Only the dimension of the display dimension will change. At that time, number name comes to the first position, list first position, number goes to the list second position. Got it? If I write 10, suppose 10 means only the employee number will go into display only. The name is 0 means it won't appear in the list. So you have to aware of list position should be a numeric value only. You cannot give A, B, C, D here. List position should be 0 to 9. You can enter it. Okay. It's the 0 to not only 9, you can go to 11, 12 fields also, but it should be a number and digit. That's what the position. So this particular search help parameter is going to appear or display in which position? This is position 1, this is position 2, list position. Yes. Okay, hope you understand it. Then go to the yes position. Yes position is nothing but search position. Yes. S capital P capital S is a search position. Yes. So search position is nothing but, suppose when we go to the when we press F4, what will happen is just there is a implicit because it goes to the selection method. This selection method through this employee number name values, it will fetch and display the value. But there is a system internally, as we know technically, that if you want to fetch the data from database, obviously we have to go for the select query. Select query is required, yes or no? But where is the select query? Select query is not visible to you. System internally generates the select query based on your search options. Okay. Yes. So current what is that? Search help parameter. Yes. Search help parameter search position. This is, yes, list position. This is list position. This is search position. Position in the system generated implicit select query select statement. Yes. That is, in case of search position, what happened? Employee number is 1. That is, so search priority given based on the search position. Yes, search priority is given. That is where condition it will generate select star from EMP master where employee number and all employee numbers and all employee names. Search priority is given based on yes position. Okay, yes position fields. Yes position field, because we have given 1 for number and 2 for name, because always a record is identified by a key field. In employee master, key field is employee number. That's why first priority is given to the number first, name next. Because this is a general, there is a one more not only general F4, we will discuss, there is a one concept called as like restricted dialog box. In restricted, at that time you can give further restrictions also. At that restrictions, the system generated query differs. Okay, at that time the priority comes into picture. Always key field first, non-key field next. So that is called as search priority position. Okay. Yes. Next. Uh, that's about your overall L position, S position, import, export checkboxes. Okay. Yes. Time being, this is the value. But we can also, there is a, yes, if you go to now, there is a modified checkbox. Modified checkbox is used to modify the proposed data element. Proposed data. This is one of them. If you don't want to continue the system provided data element for the table field, you can change it, you can modify that. So activate the checkbox, then accordingly you can go for modify the data element. Then, so even we can provide, we can provide default values, default values for screen fields using search help parameter, search help parameters. So that is, you provide the default value at search help parameter level. This default value is going to reflect on the screen field by default. So default values can be provided, default values can be provided using, there are three ways, using parameter IDs. Okay, parameter IDs. What is parameter ID? You don't know. We will cover later. Okay. Yes. Second, using parameter IDs. We will come back and later using system fields also, system variables also. Like or else hard coded values also you can give it. Values also you can provide as a default. Okay, these things also we have seen how this. Right. Let me log in. Okay, hope you guys understand how these values are coming and what is the import export concept to some extent, but still this is not over. We have to go to the other options. I will try to give much more additional information to that. Yes, so now, so we were into the SC11. Yes, okay. This is the options. Search help parameter name and all. Like, okay, import export check boxes only. We will check it. If you have a doubt, you place the cursor on search because you have sufficient time. Press F1, read it. What is this search help parameter name is all about? Which value to be entered is allowed in the search help parameter? Yes. Name of the search help parameter. The parameter, because why not? First you go to this selection method first. Selection method, press F1. The possible entries for the selection method for elementary search help. eh, Determined by the runtime from the database. The selection method describes the database object which is to be read. You can specify the following selection method. Either tables or views or CDS views. You can use this automatic checks. Yes. This is the way SAP also does explain. You can refer it. What is the search help parameter? Place the cursor, press F1 here. Search help parameter name can be, it depends the context data to be used, input help for the data that can be returned to the input template. Actually, what is the meaning of input template? This is a entry screen or entry template also. Screen or template both are same. SAP use different terminology. Okay. So input field. Right. Next, if you go to the, there must be a parameter for that corresponding to each field in the dialog box restricting values to use the parameter. So you can, yes, you can go through this. Okay. Yes, log on client. Okay, fine. Then import. Place the cursor on import. Import, press F1. You will come to know the import functionality here, export functionality here, list position here. Yes, because this is the way you can explore the values to be returned. Values to be returned from the hit list to the input template. Template equals to screen. See, this is what. Okay, with export parameter. Values. If the export is not activated, you don't get the return values. Okay, return values. That's what. Yes, L position. L position is this. Position of the parameter in the hit list. Okay, yes. Which priority? Parameter 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 0 or 1, 7. Where you want to apply. Yes, yes. Okay, go to the last one is search position. You can use this limitation of the search priority positions. Okay, yes, you can go in a different orders. That is implicit query. Next, what is the meaning of this? Yes, this we will talk later. Okay, then go to the modified. Modified checkbox is this. You can go to this modification checkbox. Yes, okay. Modification checkbox means this comes to editable mode so that you can change the data element. Modified checkbox through you can modify the yes, these things employee number and name. Yes, it is. Why it is? It should be employee name came automatically, right? Yes, it should be modified. So now the default values are also we can give it to the screen field. Employee number and employee name. So if you want to give the default values as hard coded, I want by default to be 0011 or I want default values to be okay Ravi as by default. Yes, if I activate it, the default values are activated. Default values better you give it in the single quotes. But if you go to this F4 test, see you are not getting anywhere default values, right? But this default values, if you want to display, just import, you have to, you just uncheck the import, then test it, activate it and test it. Then you will get, yes, there is a restricted value range dialog box came automatically in the dialog box. You got the default value as number and name. Yes. This way, yes, so that this is called as restricted dialog box. Okay. So there are a lot of rules why we have to uncomment it, when which situation we will uncomment also we will discuss. Okay, right. Prior to that, we have to go to this dialog type, dialog behavior options we will discuss. Dialog behavior, yes, options. First, dialog type. Dialog type can be three options. D, A, D, C. Default one is default values immediately. It is sorry, display values immediately. So display values immediately. Yes. This is default option. By default, it will be selected by this. So what happens if we select this dialog type, yes, type options actually. Okay, subset. Yes, so what happens? Yes, values. Okay, if we select or if we choose this option, this dialog type option, what happens as a result? Values automatically gets displayed when user press F4. Values automatically gets populated in the hit list, okay, by default. This is okay. Now it is recommended, if the hit list values are okay below 500, because below 500 hits, because below 500 entries are there, then go for this option. Display values, second option. Yes, we have to go to the dialog. Yes, dialog depends on set of values. Okay, second, set of values when we use this option. Yes, if we choose, okay, what happens? Yes, choose this option. First, system display, system displays first 500 list, first 500 hits. Okay, yes, then first 500, then after, yes, we can extend the selection also, extend the hit list, values, if okay, values, okay, fine. It is recommended, if the expected values, that is values means records, expected records or hits, um, okay, are more than 500, then only 500 hits, then choose this option. Yes. Next, we have one more, that is nothing but display with value restricted dialog box. This is very, very important. Yes. Dialog with value restriction. Because see, if you want to go to the display values immediately, we know, we have seen this. There is no such difference. Okay, because we are getting, because of the when we say import is enabled, means it doesn't fetch the value from database, only default value is only system display. So we'll come back that part later. Time being, first we will go to the display values immediately. So you are getting the values immediately. That's it. This demo is over. Then go to the dialog depends on the set of values. Activate it. F4, test it. F4. Since our values are 4, 5 only, you cannot find the difference. Yes, only if the values are more than 500, you can roll it. Remove this 500, it will go to the further level. Okay, is the dialog box came because of that set of values. Then go to the last option, dialog with value restriction. Dialog with value restriction. Okay, what is the meaning of this? So first, yes, it is useful to impose further conditions, further conditions. Okay, yes, that is, so if this option is chosen or selected, so what happens? As a result, system displays displays restriction, dialog box first. Based on our restrictions, based on our restriction conditions, okay, hence values will be filtered, values will be displayed, filtered and displayed. That is, so now restrictions equals to conditions. Okay, so conditions can be imposed using any fields, using any fields, using relationship operator means what? Equals to, not equals to, less than, greater than. Okay, all this is operators plural. Okay, yes, suppose what it is. Okay, I did not disturb anything. Go to value restriction, execute it. Okay, go to F8. Yes, first once I press F4 here, the first restriction dialog box comes here. Employee number and employee. I don't give any restriction, continue. You are getting complete values. Got it? Then go to the, I want to go to next level. So I want to give only the, yes, employee number 002. So equals to is the by default. You got only Kiran values. Got it? That is, the values are filtered. That is, your select query is extended by using employee where condition, where clause, where employee number equals to 002. Got it? Yes, I will give another example. You can search based on not only this one, I'll go with name based also. Name based equals to is the default relationship operator. Is it a comparison case sensitive? No, I typed in small case. You have to check all these options. Then go to next level. I want to search with 002, 00, something like that. 011, I typed it. Yes, no value because there is no record found, no values for the selection. Right, okay. We'll go to 002 only. But I will go in an opposite way. This is your restriction dialog box. Click on this green color, change the search criteria. You have this or less relation operator equals to, not equals to, less than or equals to, greater than or equal. Total 6 symbols are there. Not equals to, not equals to employee 2. So result other than 2 you are getting. Okay, yes, this is what the restriction dialog box. Even you can search not equals to Ravi. Ravi, go with not equals to. Hmm? You are other than Ravi, you are getting the results. Done. So we will continue the remaining topic tomorrow session. Okay. Thank you. You can try out up to this here. That is value restrictions. Okay. Thank you.